Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, been a couple weeks since I've updated you guys. A lot has happened in the past couple weeks. A lot has happened. But today we're at the park. Got a nice workout, really fun workout today. That's kind of what this video is about. A little marathon workout, kind of get me out of my funk a little bit, and a workout that all marathoners should be doing. But the weather is really weird out here in Tennessee. It is 60 degrees. I'm burning up in this long sleeve. I gotta take it off in the short sleeve. Really weird weather, but that's how Tennessee is over here in the South. But a little update on me personally, what I've been getting up to. If you saw kind of the last videos, little last shorts, we're setting up at the Walt Disney World Marathon. And that's all I've been focusing on, getting the office together, getting things set up with my business. It's been a lot. After this run, I'll take you through the office, kind of what I've been doing. And then recently, I just signed up for my very first ultra race. It is the Ice Age Trail 50 miler in Wisconsin. I've been waiting on the right ultra. I've always wanted to try an ultra distance. A lot of people said that I should start with a 50K, but I want to jump right into a 50 miler simply because with a 50K, with me and kind of my experience, you know, I've done plenty of marathons. I've done Dopey multiple times. 50K really wasn't a challenge per se. I knew, like with the 50K, I know for my training, if I train for a marathon, I could run a 50K, like no problem. 50 miler is a different animal. It's where I wanted a challenge where I don't know if I'm able to finish. And that's what a 50 miler is. Like when I line up on race day, obviously the goal is to finish, but there's something in the back of my head, like maybe I might not finish because that is a long way. So lots happening, but the reason you clicked on this video is I'm gonna take you through one of the best marathon workouts to kind of get you out of your funk. And that's where I'm in right now. But overall, just a great workout in general. And one that I feel a lot of people don't talk about. When you talk about marathon workouts, people like to just talk about mile repeats and 800s and things like that. But this one, a lot of people don't talk about. So let me get warmed up and I'll take you guys through what that is. It'll be warming up in the Zoom flies, and then I'll be repping the Vaporfly 3s for the actual workouts. So with marathon training, you're doing a lot of miles and a lot of longer style workouts. So you're bound to get in a running funk where you just want to change it up a little bit. So this workout is designed to get you out of that running funk. But it's also such a great workout that a lot of people don't talk about. As an accident almost occurs. But the workout is repeat 400s and a lot of them. So typically on this, you're going a lot faster than marathon effort. It's really good to stretch out the legs and just make your training fun in marathon prep and not be so tedious about getting in a certain amount of miles. So I typically like to do my warm-up and then between, depending on your level, 12 to 20 by 400 meters with only a minute's rest in between. This isn't a balls to the wall kind of workout. But for example, let's say your marathon pace is 8-minute pace. Okay, so that equates to a 2-minute 400. So maybe the first 5 or 6, just kind of get loose and do your marathon pace effort. But then the next 4, go to half marathon effort. And then 10K, and then 5K. And let me tell you, you will be shocked how your body reacts. You're actually going to be a lot faster than what you think you are, and you're going to want to fly. So it's just a perfect workout for anyone training for a marathon at any level. Just like that, workout's complete. Figured I'd walk a little bit because the wind is really picking up. Luckily I started when I did, because last two the wind was pretty tough. I'll show you my splits right here. It was great. I literally averaged 120, 121 almost the entire time, which was awesome. That's what I wanted the workout to be for this time. And then kind of the last 3 to 4 really kind of lay the hammer down a little bit, but go about 80%. Now we're gonna go back to the office. I'll take you guys a little through the mess of the office of getting ready for the Disney World Marathon Expo, and kind of the stresses behind what it takes as a one-person business owner getting ready for the biggest show in the country, if not the biggest. So let's get over there. Let me just take you around the office, see what I'm doing. Typically, it takes about 30 to 35 days of work to get everything squared away, like kind of the nitty gritty, like, you know, making signs for, like, if I'm doing some sort of sale, tagging all the clothing, things like that, like with the, for example, like with the RE on there with the clothing tag, got to tag all that stuff. Making sure I bring the sizes that I need. There's just a lot that goes into it, rather than just, oh, let me pack up the office and go, because I can't take everything because it's just way too much inventory. So first up, we got the hats. I make sure to bring all the hats that I have for my company, because hats are one of the biggest sellers at shows, no matter what. But we're actually running pretty low on hats. Then we go over here, and this is kind of, right here is, I set everything up how the expo is going to go on the first day. What I mean by that is everything that you see on a hanger is going to go on the floor on the first day. So let me take you around here, because every show is different. Kind of the plan that we have. So we have a 10 by 10 space. So we'll have a register right here, men's rack, and then we're going to have the socks and hats, women's rack. So these are that's the women's rack. That's the men's rack. Kind of our clearance section, as you would say, things that we're just, you know, heavily marking down. So that was that one that you saw, and then the women's rack. And then we'll have a little grid display of socks and hats. And then this is the most important rack. We have our grid wall. This is our best-selling stuff. So we will have race fits. So our donut singlets right there, pizza singlets, pepper singlets, stuff like that. So we'll have women's on one side, men's on one side, and then this one will be another men's fit. Then one thing that did super popular at the Chicago Expo was our jacket shelf, which is this guy right here, where we have the brand new Donut and Elite jackets. So those are going to go extremely, extremely well at the show. So for the past 30 days, like I said, everything's got to go on hangers, got to get the right sizes, things like that, and also decide what's going to go on the rack. Because deciding what goes on the rack is so important. You kind of have to have a mixture of everything. You can't just have all of one item. And you got to make sure to focus on certain sizes rather than the most. So what are the most popular sizes? For women, it's medium. For men, it's large to XL. But one thing that I'm focusing heavily on for women is the size large selection, because at Chicago, we ran out of large very, very quickly. And a lot of ladies, we kept getting that question asked all the time. You have any larges? Do you have any larges? So that's one thing we're heavily focusing on. So basically I have the entire office for the first run of the show, like the first day. And then as things sell out, I'll be restocking with all of this stuff over here. But I am very limited on space because I'm going to be driving with my truck. So I can't bring everything. So that's another thing with I'll set you down so I can talk a little bit more. So it's you got to be extremely selective with what you bring. So like, for example, you don't want to bring more of the crops if you know the crops don't sell, and if you know the ladies love more of leggings at this time of year, you need to bring more leggings and not more crops. But this show is very different because I've never done this show. It's at a very weird time of year. It's in January. So people are going to be looking for long sleeve stuff because the race itself, Disney, can get very cold in the morning. I've ran Disney races at 30 degrees, but it can also be very hot. But it's also in Florida where a lot of locals run this race, so they're always in the heat. So you got to make sure you have enough of short sleeve stuff. But you have a lot of travelers, like me, for example. Let's say I was just going for the race. I wouldn't really be looking for tank tops or shorts or anything like that because I live in Tennessee. It's going to be freezing until March. So I'm going to be looking for like windbreakers, the jackets and stuff like that. And also one thing we're doing differently at Disney, if you watched the Chicago Expo, we had the pink table in the front, in the middle. We got this new like basket. It's actually for fruit for a grocery store, but we're gonna put our bottles. By the time this video uploads, it's probably about 18 to 20 days away from there, which is just madness from when I got it set up. And obviously I'll have a whole series about that setting up. So I'm super excited, super pumped, super ready, and super nervous as always with these big shows. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. A little bit of a workout with some business insider. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. If you're running Disney, let me know. Comment down below and look out for us at the expo. Anyway, guys, I will see you on the next one.